Okay, welcome back to another video. Don't be paranoid about your surroundings, Shamar. But welcome back to another video. And I have food right now. I have something to do later, and I just got finished doing work, so I'm taking a little break right now. But I wanted to do a little like mukbang thing because I actually need to eat to give energy to my body so I can continue with my day. And I wanted to talk about my ears need to pop. I had to move that out the way. I wanted to talk about my Saturn return because Saturn actually just went into Aries, and it's the start of my Saturn return. So I figured I can eat my lunch and knock out a YouTube video / put out my thoughts that I've been having in my head. So let's just get into it. Okay. This is my first time doing something like this, so excuse me if this is a little messy, but I'm going to begin getting my food out. So yeah, Saturn just went into Aries. It is about to be the start of my Saturn return in my 7th house. And this is pretty significant for me because Saturn is, first of all, in Aries in my 7th house, but he's also conjunct my Mercury in Aries. He's also conjunct my Mars in Aries. And loosely, he's not really conjunct my Sun. My Sun is at the early degrees of Aries. He's about to conjunct it now through transit, but natively he's a little further out in the later degrees of Aries. So with that being said, I have to gather my thoughts together because it's kind of hard to talk about a complex subject and eat at the same time, apparently. But so yeah, some things I've been noticing and realizing, like this week, I've had a lot more stuff that I need to do. Like my schedule is getting more busy and is making me have to be a little more intentional with my time and more intentional with who I spend my time with. And I'm realizing that more and more. Like, I don't, like, no shade or anything to nobody, but, oh, what was that? No shade to anything, to anybody, but I need to put myself first. And what this week has taught me so far, I know my Saturn return is just starting, so, like, this is, like, whatever, but I feel like things of my Saturn return has kind of been starting like as of a couple months ago. And what I realized this week is that, yeah, like I need to restructure my time, restructure others' access to me, if that makes sense, and create a little more boundaries when it comes to how I disperse my energy and disperse my time, because I'm realizing that it I've been giving my energy so freely to people. I've been saying yes to things so freely to people, and it's kind of like people just get used to that. I actually don't like eating in front of camera or in front of people like that, so this is very weird for me. But like I was saying, people kind of been used to me showing up a certain way, and moving forward I will be showing up in a certain way for me, with me in the forefront. And not that I'm not going to pour in my relationships, but there's going to be a little more distance, and people are going to notice a little more distance from me. No other way for me to put it. And it's because I'm focusing on my goals, and I've always been the type to focus on my goals. Always been the type. I achieved a lot of stuff that I wanted to do, but I also consider other people and also balancing other people. Right now, the things that I'm trying to achieve are so important to me, and it requires a lot more of my time and a lot more of my mental energy and structure that I am going to have to sacrifice a couple things. And that's when I'm realizing, like, some people are gonna get it. Some people are gonna get it, or some people are just not gonna get it. And it's sad, and it hurts a little bit, but those of them, I mean, not even just talking about me, people in general, if you have to go through a period where you have to isolate, where you have to really lock in and lock down and complete one of your goals, and people around you take it personally, that's a problem. And that's also an indication, is a tough indication, but it's also an indication that maybe they don't really have your best interest at heart. Maybe they're not as supportive of the person that you're trying to become as you thought. So I'm gonna continue making more of these and documenting my journey and stuff like that, with my Saturn return especially, because it's gonna be cool to look back and see how far I've come. But also, it's very, very sad for me. Like, it's sad because it's like my eyes open more to what things is really blocking me and what things are really in my way and what things that I kind of like. And I actually had a conversation with a friend about this a couple weeks ago. They gave me insight on their journey and how they like had these realizations about like their goals and being around people and saying yes to things. And like I'm having that same kind of realization as of the couple. I've been having it, but it's a little more intense this week. And like I'm realizing that some people are not going to be walking with me on my path, and those that are the people that genuinely wants the best for me and always wanted the best for me and didn't necessarily need anything from me. They just appreciated my presence and just appreciate me for who I am as a person and not for how available I can be or how easily accessible I am. Like that won't really matter to people that are really meant to be in my life. They'll always be there no matter what. So as I express my boundaries more and as I make things more clear to people that's been around me, especially with my direction and my path in life, is becoming a little more, not becoming a little more, it's becoming more easier for me to say no. And it's very nice and it's different, but I feel more empowered saying no because I am reaching a point where I'm like really, really laser focused on what I need to do. And not even just that, just really laser focused on myself and really laser focused on understanding the meaning of boundaries and just understanding how important boundaries are, especially when it comes to things that you're trying to do, and just how things could just be so distracting and you don't even realize how distracting some things are until you were like intentionally cutting things out and trying to narrow down your focus and paying attention to your emotions too. Paying attention to your emotions to see, like yesterday, for example, I literally locked my phone up in the safe because I didn't want to talk to anybody. I didn't want to see nobody's text messages or anything messing with my mood. And I had a really, really mentally peaceful day. Of course, I think about people and stuff like that. And if you go missing and somebody's used to you talking to them every day, they're going to be a little worried and like, what's going on? But that's just what it is. That's what's going to have to be. Like, people just going to have to get used to how you are operating. And back to the Saturn return part, Saturn's returning and my operations internally are changing. Saturn is about to conjunct my sun in Aries. Saturn's at 0 degrees right now in Aries. My sun's at 3 degrees, so it's basically conjunct. Not exact, but it's conjunct my freaking sun right now, and kind of has me going inward. Like, I literally feel like I'm going inward and going so deep inward that I'm kind of like going to rebirth. And that's so typical, I know, but that's kind of literally what it feels like for me. And I'm excited to just challenge myself. I know things feel like they're hard and feel like you can't do them sometimes, but you can really, as long as you clear your mind and clear out the distractions and fully understand and grasp the things that are distracting you and the things that are just simply wasting your time, or even the things that will be there later on after you're finished doing what you're doing. Just really thinking about that. But that's all I have for this video. I will be making more of these Saturn return type reflection types of videos as I can do them. But yeah, I'll talk to you guys later, and please like, please subscribe or comment if you like this. I would love to grow my YouTube channel. I'm trying to do this more. I have a lot more stuff going on, but I'm also still trying to focus on what I've been trying to do with my YouTube channel as of the past couple of years. So I will still make videos no matter how busy I get. But yeah, I will talk to you guys later.